或者我把机位调高一点点。
好，现在嘞？
可以了 ，OK 了。
好。不用噎了，他们说了说你自己就会那什么。
那个你要 Q 吗？不然我们。
但是那如果网不好，如果我这儿有网，你们那里没网呢？把手机给我呢？
以微 T 为准，其实。
手机给你们。
万一听得到微 T 的话，就按微 T。
手机的门关上能连到。
不是，算了。
信号吗？
这个如果要是。
实在不行，我写在这儿，谁的名，该谁的名字我认识。
要不你们把手机拿出来放这儿吧，都，那个带着手机上去，快掉，是吧？
还有1分钟，你先进来吧。你写他们的名字。
但是来了比较
我帮你拿上。
15秒了。
我给带我还有一个。
你这没喊吧？你这红黄色，待会儿我要控场要乱。
好，那高兴你知道了，你就。
他把
准备好了就位了，那个贴纸器。
就现在是正式的吗？还是？
Ayo, Paris, this shit high, boy.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our program on time. I'm the Gao Lingxing. The last issue we talked about was the importance of education. The theme of the issue is the concept of education. The concept of education is about method, teacher, parents, and other education topic in the children and students in the practical of education as well as the formation of thinking activities. It is a concept about the way of education, formed by teacher, parents, and other educational subjects in their educational parents, and thinking activities toward children and students. Today, in an open era, science and technologies are challenged repeatedly, and the traditional parents of closed education has been broken and replaced by a new type of open educational, that is a modern educational. Modern education has been open educational growth, open educational resource, open educational content. Modern educational individual differences, everyone to develop their strengths, use different educational methods for different personalities traits, and provide equal opportunities and conditional for each children's character display and development. What is the main content of SDG 4? We watch the movie.
Sustainable Development in 2015 and created 17 Sustainable Development Goals to be accomplished in 2030. One of the SDG 4 goals is about the field of education, also known as quality education. The United Nations philosophy is that education as a fundamental human right, and everyone has the right to education. Since 2000, the gross enrollment ratio in primary education in developing countries has reached 91%. The global child dropout rate has fallen by nearly half. The proportion of girls in school is at an all-time high. However, as a result of the ongoing conflicts in West Asia and North Africa, continuing increase in the dropout rate of children from school. To achieve the goal of quality education for all, Sustainable Development Goal 4 aims to ensure that, by 2030, girls and boys will be able to complete free primary and secondary education, eliminating the gender gap and the gap between rich and poor in education, realizing the vision of quality higher education for all. The SDG 4 was developed on the basis of extensive consultation and consensus among education experts and policy-making officials from around the world. It consists of 4 essential elements: equity, inclusion, quality, and integrity. And it embodies the concept of people-centered education.
Okay, so next, we have invited an educational expert to share her views and experiences. Miss Wei. Miss Wei, a special grade teacher in secondary school and a famous educational firm. She has been honored as a perennial teacher, a national excellent classes teacher, and a younger and middle-aged expert with outstanding contribution because of his outstanding achievement and effort in teacher reform. Hi, Miss Wei.
Hello, everyone. Hello.
Hello, welcome. See.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. I'm Miss Wei from China, currently a full member of Education Association. My main research direction is children's educational psychology.
Hi, Miss Wei. Look like very younger. How many years have you been in education?
Counting this year, I've been engaged in education and psychology research for 10 years. Because my main research direction is in educational school was child psychology research.
Next, let's hand over the time to Ms. Wei to share her experiences and educational philosophy.
Good afternoon, everyone. I was born in a new generation that was in the midst of educational enlightenment. In those days, books inspired me a lot. In my early years, by chance, I saw Miss H lecture online in a bookstore, and after reading it, I was enlightened. And after I graduated from university, I was assigned to a factory children's elementary school and stayed in the administrative department for the elementary school for 3 years. Because my long-standing expectation was to be a teacher who can teach the students instead of dealing with the travel matters in the administrative department with no way of touching the educational level. During this period, I applied to the leadership nearly 100 times, saying that I wanted to be a language teacher. Maybe the leader couldn't stand my daily nagging. Finally, I became an elementary school language teacher and began an extraordinary teaching career. At that time, because it was the enlightenment stage of education, the school was equipped with very simple teaching equipment, and I didn't have much teaching experience at that time. Half of the students in my class has less than 1,000 words of literacy, and there was only one dictionary in my class. People didn't know how to use it yet because the students were too young to have that much vocabulary. It was basically starting from scratch, you know. So my earlier teaching style was to follow the rules, and I was inspired and afraid that if something went wrong, it would affect the whole class. But obviously, in the class of 50 students, half of them could not read or write. That is, they were not very interested in learning, and according to the traditional teaching style, frankly speaking, that could not listen to me, so it was inevitable that the quality of teaching would be low. Suddenly, I thought of democratic teaching, and this kind of teaching method is what I've been emphasizing now. And dealing with students, one must think democratically. What is the content of the homework, whether they should be unit tests, who should correct the essays, what is the topic of the diary, and so on. Should be all discussed with the students through everyone's vote, the minority obeys the majority. Over time, students became interested because of no one pushed them and developed the habit of expressing their opinions and actively participating. Students see their progress and naturally develop confidence in themselves. The students' enthusiasm and motivation also fork my success. The history of this idea of democratic education can be tracked back to the 17th century. So far, there is a lot of research on democratic education that time in the United Kingdom, the United States, Canada, Australia, Brazil, Germany, India, and other countries have democratic schools. Democratic schools is a kind of embodiment of democracy in the school campus, to replace the authority of the system of education with educational conventions. Democratic school is kind of the school that embodies democracy in schools and replaces authoritative education with educational conventions. Else, democratic education, as a right education psychology, brings the concepts of democracy such as autonomy, equity, justice, respect, and trust into education. Therefore, democracy is both a goal and a method. Democracy is like a bridge between teachers and students. The higher the degree of democracy, the stronger the degree of the more spacious the bridge. Teachers should understand that we are here to serve the students, and since we are here to serve the students, we should not force the students. We should strive for the students to say what they want to say and do what they want to do. We should also start from the needs of our students and sincerely help them make progress. Of course, democratic education also takes many forms. First of all, in terms of curriculum, democratic education characterized by the participation of students in decision-making process. That is, students themselves decide what they want to learn and how to go about it. In terms of management structure, democratic education is characterized by frequent general assemblies in which students and staff can participate, and everyone has an equal voice and a vote in deciding on appointment and dismissal of the staff, the establishment or abolition of school rules, or the adjustment of the school timetable. The aim of education is to enable students to develop good study habits in later life. And this process is long and important. So I believe that the process must be left to the students' own choice, so as to mobilize them to act consciously and proactively.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Wei. Democratic education was indeed a very advanced idea in the early days. 16 years ago, democratic education as an educational philosophy bring democratic concepts such as autonomy, equality, justice, respect, and trust into education. Teachers and students have equal rights to educational, and all educational start with the student. As May Gantert, a famous actor, wrote in her book, Educational for Democracies. In a democratic society, everyone should have a role to play in the education of children. Those roles are best graded upon through a democracy. So thank you very much, Ms. Wei, for bringing her philosophy of education today. I'm sure everyone in the room learned a lot of as well. So thank you again. Okay, Ms. Wei, we will take a short break first, and then I will invite the second guest for you. So next, we will enter the representative of a UCSI educational program outstanding student, Wei Ming. Welcome. Hello, welcome to our program, Wei Ming.
Hello.
Hello, welcome.
Hello, hello.
Wei Ming, as far as I know, is a very good student with excellent test scores, but also take a scholarship to enter the UCSI University of Educational Program. He has maintained a high GPA since enjoying the university. So what is the purpose of your younger coming to our program today?
Thank you for the compliment. So the main purpose that I come today to this program is because that I've heard that Miss Wei will be the guest to this program, and I have done research on her, and I really admire and agree with her educational philosophies, which is democratic education, and because I'm also a practical beneficiary of democratic education, and also the purpose that I come today is also to share my experience and my opinion about on democratic education. Yeah.
So, thank you very much, Mr. Wei, for bringing us his learning, experiences, and his for the development of the education. Education has been a very hot topic in recent years, and many children. So last year, a guest dance and update for you students by teacher of early childhood educational based on children's songs, because very popular on TikTok, reached 10 million, like a well children's interest and the causing a host of the on TikTok. So we will pass the time to Wei Ming.
Thank you. So the experience of education for each of us in a journey of discovery, challenge, growth, and occasional setbacks. So I'm excited whenever I enter new environments and make new friends. So I think the most important thing in learning is to stay curious and keep the enthusiasm for brand new knowledge. We can think of studying and doing homeworks as breakout games, and the new knowledge you need to acquire is the key to getting through the game. So in this way, every day of learning is a day of challenge and freshness. And I think what helped me become a good student was the democratic education my parents gave me. So when I was young, they respected my ideas very much, and I could choose my favorite school and study the courses I was interested in by myself. Until now, I have always studied according to my interest. So this has helped me to a great extent to keep my enthusiasm for learning and optimism. So the democratic way of education also makes me feel that I'm respected in my family, which is very helpful for me to develop an independent character and a good ability to resist pressure. So about the future of education, nowadays every school emphasizes more and more on the multi-dimensional and holistic development of students. So I hope that teachers and parents can respect children's ideas more. They should believe in their children's abilities and give them encouragement and affirmation. In addition, I believe that schools should also cultivate a sense of social justice and inclusive thinking in students, encourage students to participate in schools' decision making, curriculum design, and community service project to develop their leadership skills and sense of social responsibility. So schools should emphasize the development of schools' critical thinking and independent learning skills. So students should be encouraged to learn about different cultures, values, and social systems so that they can develop a sense of social responsibility and citizenship. So these qualities are very important in becoming independent and also become a good student.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Wei, to share his experiences again. So last year, guided dance adapted to the students by teachers of early childhood, educational based on the children's songs, became very popular on TikTok. So reach 10 minutes like a while around the children's interest and causing a host of the interest on TikTok. The guest dance not only leads to a fun learning, but also a similarity children's creativity. Next, we have an early childhood teacher, Fang Yu, who will present the dance to the audience on TikTok. Okay, welcome to back. Next, we will move on the audience favorite part, the Q&A session. Let's have some fun today. It's a bring to have the Q&A session. We have prepared 10 quizzes for the guest, 5 which are about the concept of the educational and the demographic educational that we collection from the audience before the program started. The guest will remote draw the cards from my hand. If they draw a question card, then a guest needs to answer the content of the questionnaire card. If they don't get a question card, then go next. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Yeah, this is exciting and creative.
Okay, so then please ask Ms. Wei to draw a card first. You can show it to the camera after you draw it. Okay. Okay, so can you give me? Okay, you need to try the. Which one do you want?
This one?
Okay.
So the question I draw is, in your opinion, is democratic education completely feasible?
Okay, yes, I think that's a valuable question to ask, because we know there are who's like to everything. Yeah. So maybe we can you can answer this question.
Actually, I think it's a bit earlier to answer this question at this stage, because democratic education has only appeared slowly in the education sector in recent years. And the feasibility of democratic education is complex and controversial issue for society, because it involves culture, society, politics, and the education system exact. So therefore, different countries have different situation. It's not possible to generalize the situation in different countries. However, democratic education aims to develop students' critical thinking, sense of participation, and democratic values, so that the education model will pay more attention to children's individual development and diversify learning goals. Therefore, democratic education is attractive in theory, but the term completely feasible is too absolute, as it may face many challenges in many aspects in practice. So different responses are needed to for different situations.
Okay, thank you so much, Ms. Wei. Yes, I think that's a valuable question to ask, because we know there are two sides to everything, and the value of its implementation depends on whether the positive meaning outweighs the negative ones. So, Ms. Wei, let's go. Okay, you can try the. Okay.
Oh, so I think this question is suits for me to answer. So from the students' point of view, what impact has democratic education brought to the students? Yep. So I think first of all, the most influential things about democratic education is the shaping of democratic values through the inculcation of values in practice. It helps us to develop a sense of democracy, such as respect for individual differences, equalities, fairness, and so on, which is very conducive to the cultivation of students' sense of social responsibility. So secondly, it is conducive to the enhancement of critical thinking, because we all know that the main emphasis of democratic education is to cultivate students' discursive and critical thinking skills, which help students better understand the society, solving problems, and make the best choice. Lastly, it is conducive to the enhancement of self-management skills, since democratic education allows students to make their own decision on when to do their homeworks and what subjects to study. It emphasizes that students are responsible for their learning behaviors, which is conducive to the formulation of their own learning goals and planning of their learning process, and thus can cultivate their independent learning and self-management abilities.
Yes, I think Ms. Wei got a point. To achieve the goal of the democratic education, we need to take into account, for example, the social and the cultural background, the distribution of the educational resource, as well as the management and the evaluation of education, and take a quantitative
measure to the promotion, the feasibility, and the effectiveness of the demonstration. So next we need to the Miss Wei pick one card. Oh, wait. Okay, which one do you want?
So the question I draw is, what are the challenges to the democratization of education at this stage?
Maybe you can show the camera. Okay. Yeah. Okay, this is a good question too.
Yes, so in response to this question, in terms of my region, China, the first thing is unequal access to school. Due to the gap between urban and rural areas, such as economic development, environmental conditions, health, cultural, environmental conditions, and economy, it will lead to unequal schooling opportunities for urban and rural children. Secondly, there is inequity in the provision of educational resources. There is mainly reflected in two aspects. The first one is material resources used by schools. Because of the uneven socio-economic development, there is a relatively large gap in the material resources used by schools between different schools and different regions. For example, when comparing the material resources for private schools in big cities like Shenzhen, Beijing, and Shanghai, as well as faster cities, with those of Hope primary schools in the rural areas, the foremost are richer in education resources. Finally, there is an inequity of opportunity in the education process. Teachers are human beings, and they cannot be completely objective to every student. We will encounter some teachers in the education process who like to deal with the teachers' students. The students have different levels of privacy, and for the students, this is hard to avoid, so different students must be treated differently. This is unfair and against the ethics of teachers.
Okay, yes, Miss Wei, that is a very realistic situation. Problem like equal educational resource, equal access to school, and equal opportunities in the educational process don't only exist in China. It can be said that the most part of the world. We are facing such as a problem. So, what kind of solution do have you at the moment?
For my opinion, I think that first thing is to support the poor area, especially the remote areas. The state of the country should give some support in policy, strengthen the support for poor students, and give those who cannot afford to go to school appropriate subsidies to the children, and effectively enable each student to have right to the education. The second is to increase the construction of legal system. The implementation of equal rights in education is very important. Increase the law, improve people's awareness of self-protection through the law to protect the students' right to education and fundamentally eliminate the inequity of education caused by external factors such as socio-economic. Finally, distance education can be implemented. Distance education, also known as online education, is a new model of education that can be used by students who are not able to obtain education from traditional education, making it very easier to achieve equity in education.
Yes, so as a student women, do you have any experiences for the future of education?
I hope that every child can afford to go to school and that everyone can obtain the right to study. I think this is very important because there are too many children in poor areas who are deprived of their rights to education for various reasons. For example, poverty and some prejudice thinking. Such as the preference boy over girls, not allowing girls to go to the school, and so on. So these are all very cruel. So my current expectation for education is that it is very important to protect children's rights to education. Yeah.
Okay, so yes, the demography of the education is a long and a long task, and the real realization of the democracies in educational still requires the act of the state, the society, and the family, and the individual. So next, we have a game session. The name of the game is just a word post quiz.
A word will randomly appear on the question board and will be missing one or two letters. Guests will need to complete the words. The person who answers correctly will be credited with 1 point. 1 point will be deducted for incorrect answers.
Oh no!
Okay, do you guys understand the rule of the game?
Yes, we got it.
we got it.
Okay, so let's start. Okay. Okay, so maybe we can try the first one. Mr. Wick, what do you think about this? Is for me. Okay, so this is our question, the first one. Okay, first two. Wait, I got it. So Miss Wei and Wei Ming got the point. Okay, Miss Wei and Wei Ming got the 1 point. So why do you know is this word?
It just suddenly appears in my mind. Formal is FORMAL.
Okay, so the first one is formal is correct. Okay, so next is a little difficult. We done the 2. Okay, so what do you think about the second word? House. House. Maybe you can show the camera. Maybe a little smaller. Maybe you can try again. Okay, house. So the answer is house, correct? So Mr. Wei and the Wei Ming got a point again. So the third is FRS. What do you think this word is mean? Okay. Are you ready? Okay. So we put the answer is fresh. Okay, we may lose 1 point. And Miss Wei is why do you write this fresh?
Just the picture reminds me that because they are very because the picture reminds me there's a lot of fruit and vegetables that
Okay.
is looks very fresh.
Okay. So we got 1 point. Okay, the first is COOH. What do you think about this word? Okay, Wei is the finish this word.
Couch.
Okay, couch. So the answer is couch, correct. Okay, so Wei and Miss Wei got 1 point. So next is SAND. Oh, the sticker is not different. So what do you think about this?
Island.
Okay, Iceland. So we got the answer. Okay, it's Iceland. Correct?
Yep.
Congratulations. Okay, got a point again. So, this is another. RIN. Is it rainbow or not? Sorry, a light under the shirt. What do you think about this word?
This one. A bit difficult.
It's clear. Difficult? Same. Okay, Ms. Wei and we will answer the question. So the answer is right. Okay, it's correct. What is this?
It's A picture of rainy.
Okay, maybe you can show the camera. Okay, it's great. So the answer is rain. Okay, Miss Wei and Wei Ming got the 1 point. Okay, so it's P-I-E.
This one is very easy, I think.
Oh, it's easy. Oh, yeah.
Price.
Okay, price. So the answer is price, correct. So this is easy, I think. What's this? H-O-U-R-E.
Is it horse?
Horse? What do you think? Okay. Horse. Okay, we can try the answer. So the answer is horse. It's correct.
Okay.
Okay, so got 1 point. Okay, so this is A-K-L-E.
Interesting.
So what do you think about this word? Like a younger woman to dance, like a younger woman to dance. And what is this? I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's ankle.
Wow, so quickly.
Ankle, right?
A-N-K-L-E. Okay, both correct. Yeah. So 1 point, 1 point. So this is which I change the like this is fun. Okay. So what do you think about this word? D-S-S-E-R. Sugar. Microwave.
Dessert.
Then dessert.
Yep, same. Dessert.
Dessert. Okay. Try. Okay, the answer is dessert. Okay, 1 point. So the score is like this. Okay, we continue. C-O-M-P. I already answered this. I think it's easy. What do you think about this? Is it easy or difficult?
Quite easy.
Yeah.
Quite
Okay. Complete.
Complete.
Complete. Okay, so the answer is correct. It's complete. So both got the 1 point. So this is easy lah, I think. CHAG.
Yep.
Lightning chart.
Charge.
Okay, so the answer is charge. Okay, so this is the last one word. WIGH.
Weak.
Okay. Wait. Okay, it's correct. So I will calculate your score. So Wei Ming got 11 points, and Miss Wei got the 12 point. So congratulations, Miss Wei, you win this game. Okay, next we have another game.
Game rules! Guests need to find out as many words as possible according to the letters on the chart. Can be horizontal, vertical, diagonal adjacent letters. Cannot skip neighboring letters and connect non-adjacent letters.
Okay, so guys, do you understand this game?
Yes,
Yep.
yes.
Okay, let's go. GT. Wait. Maybe we can play the first one. Give you another. GAUT. So it's difficult? Okay, it's difficult.
I think yours quite easier.
No.
So do you want to change? I have
It's
another one.
okay, it's okay.
Okay, fine. GAUTPRMREOL. Yeah, I think it's difficult. Let me guess the word. Okay. Are you tired?
I have no idea.
Okay. It's difficult, right? I think you had just one line.
Yeah, one line.
So sorry, our time is over.
Okay.
And so
This one. Soap.
please give your answers. A, P, O, S. Sorry, Miss Wei just one line. So got a one score. Miss Wei, Miss Wei. Okay, so how about you, Miss Wei? So Wei Ming got the two line, the first line and the two line. So it's got the two score. So Wei Ming got the 14 scores and the Miss Wei just got the 13. Sorry, Miss Wei. So the game is over. So I already calculate the scores. So Wei Ming wins, the other got the loser. Then we have the actually prepared rewards and for the guests. So what are the rewards and the practice? Please watch this video.
Penalties. Lemon juice. The loser of games must drink a glass of lemon juice. But the person who wins the game will get it all.
Okay, thank you very much, Miss Wei and the women joining this us today. So, me off. Okay. Okay. Sorry. Yes. This rabbit is very cute. What do you think? Nice.
It's
Okay, so this rabbit is for you, lah.
Thank you.
Okay, so thank you very much, Mr. Wei and Wei Ming, for joining us today. Let's end the today program with to the children. And children come into this world through their parents and from the before they are born. We began to expect them to be our children, but they are not our children because they have independent growth and the future beyond our reach. Different children have different personalities, and they are independent individuals. They have independent through and to right to express their idea. So we should fully respect and understanding their individual and independencies in educational. So scientific and demographic education concept and the children respond to development and more fully. So what do you think about this activity?
I think it's very good for children development because children are our future, and we need to help them more and educate them more.
Education, right? Okay, so what do you think about women?
Yeah, I think it is a very good program that introducing this democratic education. So I hope that everyone that can understand more about democratic education. Yeah.
Okay, so do you want to come again? Are you free?
Of course, I think it's a very interesting program, and I really enjoy this whole process. And if I get chance, I really want to go again. And also, I really want to join this program you mentioned earlier. Yeah.
Maybe next week you can got the winners. So you have a rabbit.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, I definitely will come again. So I will wait for your invitation. And so I think next time I come, I will share more a bit about democratic education. Yeah.
Okay, and today our program come to the end. Thank you for your watching. We will see you next time.我真谢谢你俩，你俩得一样的分。
我真的没看出来什么东西。完了吗？超了点。超了几秒，没事。几秒没事。说几秒我知道。几秒没事。
他们三个人声音不一样大，我恨不得比出3只手来挑那个东西。
写了弄下一个。
可以啊，这不错。
反正那也没有。
紧张吗？真假的？
我是的。
我都念错了那个，是有些都念错了。
我他妈输掉屁股。海瑞瑞呢？回来。
海瑞真走了？
我不知道。他从那之后就没来过了。
他在那儿结束呗，反正就。
他把链接给了我了，完了里边又看直播又他妈调东西。
看直播。
对啊。
哎，我觉得下一场还得需要你来指导。
怎么了？
需要刘导给咱指导一下。
可以了。
没他就行。真的没他就行。
这没结束啊。
啊？
都可以。
没事没事没事，我们一起走吗？
不该说的都别说。
辛苦了。这个，我操！好，我们收拾点东西。你那个卡片有几个单词还是错的？
把电都关了就好了，
我
明天还得
看了半
录。
天没看明白。那个收东西。
把东西电都关了就行了，明天还得录。
哦，对哦。
你
们明天几点录啊？不知道，看他们。
可是那个派拿放，但是桌子不够啊。
没事去偷。
你说一个人一个桌子。
明天就
不是，
不学我了。
但是派拿放他英文
换别的。
是派拿放是一个音。
怎么样？第一次当嘉宾的感觉。
摸我的手。
你英语这么快？
哎，这些拿走。
我感觉这是个绕城的。对。
那还有东西吗？没了，我们就把东西都带走。
谁就啥呗。你可以选其他游戏。
我里边有线呢。
可以了。
在最外边。
把电都关了就完了。
会投的很大，我觉得。连几点开始拍呀、主要是。
钥匙在我们这儿吗？